Hardy Nickerson.
That's a good one.
Hey, people.
Good comedic
Tell us
name.
what in the sport made you laugh hardest this weekend. It is a segment we call What Made You Laugh This Weekend. Ha ha ha!
Funniest thing from the sports weekend is presented by CBD MD.
Let's go around the room here and start with Tony. Tony's last seen shirtless on YouTube. Stugotz, you missed all of that. You would have been leering at our YouTube channel.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Tony, what was the funniest thing from the sports
Wet
weekend?
bar over at Coco K, right, Stu? For my bachelor party.
Never forget.
Over the weekend on UFC, Joe Rogan was back for 272, and Umar Nurmagomedov, who is the cousin of Khabib Nurmagomedov, arguably one of the best fighters of all time. He won his fight in a choke. He had a rear naked choke of somebody in like 13 seconds, and they were doing the post-fight interview, and then as he's walking away, Joe Rogan goes, Umar.
Ejected on it. It was so
That's
weird.
how you do it, though.
Well, he tried to do it, they tried it again, and then he just like faded away from the mic. Like, it was
So that's why he just went by Khabib.
Chris, what was the funniest? Chris Cody, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Norwich City's Brandon Williams. He had got into a scuffle with a player, got tackled to the ground, and he was furious. He turned around like, I'm about to fight this guy. And then he realized it was Christian Eriksen who almost died on the field last year. So he quickly was like, "Ooh, it's you. Let me get it. Let me give you a hug with a smile."
Awkward.
It was really funny and awkward.
Whittingham, funniest thing.
Just everything that happened around Coach K.
That's
From start to
You
finish.
stole it. Go ahead, Billy. If you want to supplement, that's fine. I'm saying we can have. It was that funny. It certainly would merit two people finding it the funniest thing of the sports weekend.
I mean, what a sad day for him, huh? Getting blown out. We were running some numbers to guys tonight because that's what we do in the breaks sometimes, Dan. Very poor showing, percentage-wise, for the number of players that showed up for him. He coached for what, 600 years? There's like 30 players there for him.
Yep.
I mean, I think you could argue that he was not well liked.
14 guys on a roster, 40 years at Duke. I think that's like 500 and something players, and only 96 showed up. Not everyone liked him, Dan.
Below the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
Put it on the poll, please, Billy, at LeBatard Show. If only 30 former players showed up for Coach K's retirement, can you argue that he was not well liked by his players? Jessica, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
You not picking up your dog's poop.
It's also not true.
Prove it.
You know what's funny? I took a picture at 6 o'clock in the morning right afterward, and it was blurry on my phone, and I didn't notice until I got upstairs. Because I wanted to prove to everybody that I had picked it up and have it timestamped, but now, whatever. Claim what you wish. Think me a liar if you'd like. I would not. I was picking up diarrhea all weekend. Dog diarrhea. I don't think most people would do that. I did the gagging thing one of the times. Because it's it's so unpleasant. Picking up dog diarrhea? Mike, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Kevin Holland in the UFC card was put in a chokehold and gave a thumbs up, poised as can be, to the hard cam to signify, no, I'm good. I'll wait this one out into the bell. He did, and that was a great fight, by the way. That one was electric.
He knew there was only 1 second left, right?
Yeah, he knew that he was going to make it to whatever the bell was. So while it was cinched in, no worries. Kevin Trailblazer Holland was all good.
What do you got for us, Stugotz?
ESPN loves to let Bill Walton ramble about really anything except for Russia.
Did they cut off his mic?
They did. Yes.
I saw a clip, and it looked like he's like, you go to Russia, and then it just stopped. There was no more sound.
Do you think they? Oh my God! I wonder if they had a cue that if he says Russia or Ukraine, just dump it.
Which I'm confused by, as we don't allow Disney Plus in their country. This isn't a time of internal political strife. Really, everyone should be on the same line. Russia bad, Ukraine good. This one, why hit the panic button there? The parent company is ceasing operations there.
Well, what happened with Desmond Howard and Go Blue this weekend?
Oh, hold on. Walking it back. That was the funniest thing of the sports weekend. What? Yes, is it allowed to be funny? Did you just ask that? Did you just ask if Chris Fowler posting a photo of a bridge lit up in Ukrainian colors to show solidarity with the nation of Ukraine, and Desmond Howard replying to that tweet saying "Go Blue." You're asking if that's funny. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if you think it's not funny, you're entitled to your opinion. But you and I will never see comedy the same way. It's funny.
I asked Mike how he thought ESPN was going to handle that. Executives were like, do they even, they just hope it blows over, right? That please, just, I don't want to have to address this in public. Can't one of those media writers call ESPN and just ask, like, how do you handle the fact that Go Blue was a part of this?
I've got Fowler sending Desmond a text like, hey, by the way, you know that what I meant there, but I just imagine that back and forth.
No, please
what
continue.
Is it?
Please explain whatever it is that you started to explain there.
You got it.
As a team owner, how would you handle one of your highlight players doing this?
I would probably just let the news story go away. You know, sometimes it can be more attention if you talk about it.
Yeah.
So I would probably just let it fly under the radar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got you.
I'm still working these things out, how I'm going to handle things.
Still instituting a media policy. It's
That's
still
right.
very early in the proceedings over for the Cessna Cyclones.
I do not want to be the joy police.
Go Cones.
But I have one of the things that was funny from this weekend. Did you see this, Stugotz? Because I don't know how much you're even watching your heartbreaking Knicks at this point. Did you see how they lost?
I told you I was done.
Did you see how they lost the other night? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about when I just say to you how they lost the other night?
Which night was it? Which loss?
The Phoenix loss.
Was that Saturday?
It was it was Friday. They were leading late. Did you see any of this? Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No
What was
idea.
the point of that follow-up?
Well, I was at the Heat game Saturday, so there's no way.
But it wasn't Saturday.
It was Friday.
Were you trying to make an excuse for why you didn't watch your Knicks, and you thought a good excuse would be I was at Heat, but you're not even paying attention to how the Knicks are losing when they when they lose in this heartbreaking fashion. Well, at the end of the game, 38 points at the end of a game, down 2. Cam Johnson runs down the court. Mike, why are you laughing? As Stugotz scrambles to find the next
just
game.
found out they lost by a point.
He was at the Heat game Saturday.
It's a good loss.
Right. So what happened with Cam Johnson?
Anytime you can extend to an 8-game losing streak, I think it's a good loss.
Draft position, Mike.
I'm surprised, though, Stugotz, that you're not even learning anywhere in your orbit when the Knicks lose in like incredibly dramatic fashion. Like the news is still not reaching you somehow. I don't know what you're
Big
doing.
Heat game on Saturday. I told you.
So Cam Johnson, after making the shot, he banks in a game winner. First of all, who was it? Was it Julius Randle who missed the free throw? Because it's not just that you were up 2. But a Knick misses the free throw, and so the game can now be won by a 3. Cam Johnson gets the ball and banks it in. And I would argue, even though I don't want to be the joy police, that you can have all the joy in the world in that situation, but you should not be allowed to strut at half court with a swagger when that's not how you meant to make it. You should be able to celebrate everything about your night.
The bank was open, Dan.
The bank was open. And so I ask you guys the question, and I ask at LeBatard Show, what are you doing, Billy? Why are you shaking your head at the...
Because something's going on between Juju and Ryan Cortez and myself, where Chris Cody just keeps updating me every time they take something that I said and put it out there on social media and start tagging people and just trying to cause problems for me.
I mean, you did
They've done it like 3 times today already.
You said what you said about Aaron Rodgers. It's out there now.
I'm taking a vow of silence. For Lent.
But Billy, why would you be an agent of chaos in here and not welcome people being an agent of chaos with the things that you say?
I just say things. I have fun. I like to have a good time.
We like to have fun here.
Yeah, but they take my words and they try to make them these divisive tools of theirs to cause division, and that's not what I'm here for.
But how are they doing it? Explain to me how they're trolling the agent of chaos in a way that the agent of chaos finds uncomfortable.
Right here, they put up the video. It says, don't talk, don't complain, don't do anything if you end up on the Packers again. Billy Gill's message to Aaron Rodgers. It's not a message to Aaron Rodgers. It's just words that I was saying. LeBron surrounds himself with terrible players, and then they quoted me on that one, too. Man, these aren't things that I'm saying.
They are things that you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying them,
Right.
There's a difference between saying them
and meaning
and
them.
saying them.
Yes.
Not with Stugotz. There is no. It's just all of the sayings have no meanings. I guess there's not much of a difference. You're objecting to them using your words against you.
Weaponizing me.
I love weaponizing you. I want to poison the internet. LeBatard Show turns on Aaron Rodgers, and I want your comments to be the reason because...
Well, yeah, but it's a nice place for you to be in when it's my words that are the reason.
Yeah, how's it feel?
No, it's not the Billy Gill show, guys.
It's not? I feel like every time you're an agent of chaos, it is. No?
No, not yet.
It doesn't feel so good when someone does it to you.